So I promised to do another video about pillboxes, and it seems like a good place to start. Here I am halfway between Newlands Corner at the top and Albury down at the bottom on Water Lane. What we've got here is a Type 24 shell-proof pillbox, one of about 30,000 that was made in between May 1940 and summer 1941. 30,000, I mean, that's a lot of construction to happen in such a short time. But you've got to remember that Dunkirk had happened in May, and every day we expected an invasion from Germany. So these, of which there's probably 100 stretching along the North Downs, form part of the GHQ line, which went all the way from the Bristol Channel up across Somerset, the Kennet and Avon Canal, the Thames at Reading, North Downs, and then all the way down to the Medway. This one's locked off at the well, this one is locked off. The construction on the outside is brick, poured concrete on the inside. The embrasure at the front would be precast and brought in, dropped in, and then they would carry on going up. And the little holes around the side are called gun loops, and that's where you'd shoot out at the enemy using your pistols or rifles, whatever you've got to hand. But with that, let's go and look at another one just up on the North Downs on London Lane. So I'm a couple of miles along the A25, heading towards Dorking Way general direction. Just by Sheer, there's a green lane that comes up the south face of the North Downs, London Lane. About halfway up, there's another Type 24. This one's open though, but what you can see here is these precast concrete embrasures which would have come in, and also around the back some of the brick facing has come off where you can see the concrete pour. But let's go inside and take a look. So here you can see quite nicely the way that this brick facing was used. In other locations it would have been a wood form and then the concrete pour would have gone in. Here though, it's come off just as the decay's gone, so you can see the pretty rough looking concrete that's gone in there, and then it looks like a brick at the top to hold the pour into the roof. And we'll take a look at the thickness of the walls, but this is a Type 24, so these are like 3-foot walls, yeah, easily 3-foot walls. And again, if you see these cast concrete embrasures, there's some science, some physics that goes into the shape of those to minimise ricochets, heavily used on the French coast there. I think I'll try and link to the article. Right, but with that, let's go and step in. So firstly, what you can see are these super thick walls. So that is a solid wall there, goes all the way in, and it's probably just best if I go and do it. We'll probably lose some of the light. They weren't made to be the most light or airy things, but that is at least 3 foot. Then it goes around, it splits two ways. In front of you, you have this Y-shaped blast protection area. So again, that's pretty thick. That must be a solid, again, 2 foot, something like that. Let's go clockwise. You come through. Remember, this is 5-sided. Again, you can see the thickness of the walls there. That little notch just in front of the embrasure there, a Vickers or a Bren gun would have gone slotted into that, and then you would have had this arc of fire all the way around. Then we come round to kind of the front area here, a bit more space. But again, 1, 2, 3, there's a 4th one on the side and there's a 5th one on the back. So 1, 2, these slots for these guns, see them at the bottom there? 3, again another slot, 4, nothing on this wall. And then you come round, 5, facing out to the back. And just look at the thickness of those walls. On the roof, this would have been wood formed. So you can see there just the outlines of the planks that would have been used. Some of them have got corrugated wood, just corrugated iron that the pour was done over the top of them. So let's head out back into the sunlight. So within the folds of these low hills here, from Newlands Corner in the west, coming over to Sheer and Abinger, and then heading out over to Westcott, just in this piece alone, there's probably 10-15 pillboxes nestled in the folds. I mean, I find them fascinating. They might not work for everybody, but it's being able to, you know, have that connection to fairly recent history. There's loads of stuff online, but the way that I did my kind of research was I got in touch with the Pillbox Study Group. Yes, it exists. And for a £5 they sent me a nice little booklet which tells you about the history, how they were made, and the numbering and the different ones and stuff like that. I really love it. At least now I'm something of a pillbox expert, and I hope that you'll take a look at them when you're next out in these hills. Take care. Bye.